beautiful Kanab, Utah. We're just north of the Arizona border, and we're here at the Dreamland Safari Tours. Epic desert experiences since 2001. And we are about to take ourselves an epic desert experience. We're going to Peekaboo Slot Canyon. We're gonna walk inside here in just a second. All right, so we're here just outside of Kanab, and that's the hardtop road we just got off on. Now what Mel is doing here, I'll go around and show you. Mel is our tour guide and driver for the day. She's airing the tires down. Oh my goodness, sorry. So we have animals right here, obviously. Tires are being aired down because the way is about to get sandy. And that's where we'll be headed. I'll show you that right here. It specifically says four-wheel drive high clearance vehicle required. Two-wheel drive and all-wheel drive vehicles are not sufficient. It doesn't say not recommended, and it doesn't say, it says don't do it, dog. And when you've got this truck and she's airing down the tires to get through it, and we were just talking, and because it is wet and has been raining, the sand is packed pretty well, so it won't be quite as adventurous as normal, but it will still be a nice ride back. How far is the ride?
Oh gosh, I want to say it's just over 3 miles each
okay
way.
All right,
that's just a Peekaboo. I can't tell you the mileage to White Wave because I've never measured it. White Wave's a bit farther and it's on a much rougher road.
Oh good,
yeah,
okay.
It's kind of like a true, I mean this is a Jeep road, but White Wave it's been messed up by ATVs to the point where it's like a true Jeep road.
Ah, okay.
This one has a little, it's wide, it's well traveled.
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right.
It's got generations here. Yeah. We'll see some signs of indigenous history, and then next we have ranchers, and then next we've got recreationalists like you and me. And then this was a local hotspot, including for like teenagers.
Oh, really?
Before it became a big tourist destination.
No kidding.
So this is Peekaboo Slot Canyon we're about to enter.
Yeah, and on the map it's called Red Canyon.
Okay.
And it gets confusing because we've got lots of Peekaboos out here and we've got lots of Red Canyons.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well, Peekaboo is a very descriptive name, well, and so is Red Canyon. But...
Yep. I know, right?
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness gracious.
So speaking of generations of people out here, you can picture if you come out, let's say you're a Mormon pioneer and you're running your cattle out here, so you're spending a lot of time wandering around. You come out here with your 8 kids, and you let the kids run around in the canyon, and they don't get lost. What's a kid gonna do in a canyon? They're gonna tuck behind the walls and play peekaboo. So that's kind of like the lore behind its name.
Oh, but the name, that's cool.
Yeah. So this is where you can get shelter from the rain.
Yeah.
A lot of killing off of dinosaurs and other species, but that clay layer, as much as it sucks to drive in, preserves fossils intact.
Wow.
It's just so cool.
Oh, this is like the most crazy thing.
Welcome in.
Yeah. Honest to you. Have you seen water on the floor, on the ground here?
I have. So I've been in after flash floods. I've
Yeah.
never been in during a
Yeah.
flood.
Yeah.
It's kind of my job to avoid
Yeah.
that circumstance.
Because you may not avoid it.
Yep. Okay, Linda, right about where you are, if you
Uh-huh.
look up, it's one way, or actually where Terry and I are.
Uh-huh.
So this way.
Oh,
you
this
have
way,
Kind
too.
of horseshoe
Oh, wow.
curve in the rock.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I gotta get a
If you
picture
come
of
over
there.
here, come tuck yourself in
Wow.
here
Yeah.
because you might be a bit more protected from the rain and
Yeah.
therefore you're.
Yeah.
These are called Moki steps, and these are going to be, they estimate around 800 to 1600 years old. And these steps would have been carved out by indigenous people. Now we got a couple different things here. This is actually erosion. This is not a step. That doesn't mean it wasn't used as a step.
Uh-huh.
We can't say what the ground level would have been at
Right.
that point. There's so many variables and so much fluctuation that takes place. But what I can tell you is that that takes a lot of effort to carve that
I
out.
can't even imagine.
This is something that we see in a lot of different areas out here. This would have been utilized likely to sharpen a tool. You take a rock that's harder than the sandstone. This, you scrape it on.
Forever.
And you create a point. And that's a lot easier to pack out these holes with a sharp rock than it is with a dull one.
So, do you think that they had dwellings? Why were they in here?
It's theorized that this was a granary, so a place where grains would have been stored.
Gotcha.
My interpretation of what my human nature tells me is that it's a little bit more complicated than that, because I know that you can exit the canyon from that second shelf up there. You can actually traverse it all the way out and end up on top. I do think that these people were just as intuitive as myself, in the sense that, you know, they wouldn't want to be in here when there's major rains going on.
Well, I don't want to climb, but I have questions about it.
Heck
So,
yeah.
on the way back.
I'm good for questions.
Oh, good.
Now, these logs up here, we're going to start to see more debris up above our heads. This
Oh
is all
my
brought in
gosh.
by rain. This guy is known as the acrobat up top.
Oh my gosh.
Now, Terry, that one above you is moving a little bit, so I'm kidding.
Continue to move.
It's stationary.
You just gave me a heart attack.
I know, I'm sorry. I'll only engage it for like 10 seconds.
There you go.
before I
Then let me out.
give you relief.
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. That is so cool. Yeah, there you go.
So this camera's running.
Yes.
This is Mel taking care of us, getting nice shots for us.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Do me a favor, throw your arms up. Show me some enthusiasm. I love it.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, that is so cool. Can't you just see the water swirling around
Oh,
it?
totally. And that's, yeah, it's like,
Yeah. Oh, I'll get that on the way back.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So this ground level's gotten considerably lower since
Really?
then. This is a
Oh, wow.
favorite picture of mine.
Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. The viewfinder, not just the screen.
Right.
I don't enjoy that.
Me neither.
Uh-uh.
Especially if it's bright out. or-
Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh Lord have mercy. I was so afraid in this weather you weren't gonna see the colors.
Oh no, it's not a problem. In fact, that moss up there would not be that green if it
Yeah.
weren't for the water.
Yeah.
And we'll go in and we'll come out the same way, so you'll get to see it in
Oh,
both
good.
directions. So don't worry too much about turning around.
Yeah, okay.
This is not a loop hike, this is an out and back. It looks different going both ways.
Wow. Oh my goodness. This is just like magical.
A little different than Florida. Okay, here's another crazy thing. You see this log here?
Yes.
People moved this log. This log was brought in by water, but people moved this log from where that other log was all the way back here.
For what purpose?
Who freaking knows?
That is ridiculous.
But it's pretty notable.
Yeah. It looks heavy too.
It is.
Uh-huh.
It is.
I would just want to come and sit in here and just sit.
Okay, so we have an issue.
I do daydream about sitting under this and having a waterfall.
Oh,
over,
wouldn't that be so cool?
over and just
So
being on the other
cool.
side. But all this stuff behind it, who knows how stable that is. It's stable enough that you can see where water has carved out around the rocks. But
That would be so cool.
So we've reached the end.
I'll show you how to get up here.
All right, here we go.
Super simple, right?
Professional climber.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh
here
my
we go.
gosh,
So
I gotta
it's
get
just-
your picture. Can you stay for a second?
Yeah.
Stay all day.
So it's just like
Oh my
walking.
gosh. Oh Mel, that's awesome. Yeah, I can see me doing that.
Yeah.
You're so brave.
I mean, it's body tension, so
Yeah.
it's not actually like arm strength or anything. I'm using, my legs are strong, they walk
Uh-huh.
me around every day.
Uh-huh.
I'm just pushing against this. If you look up there, you can see the debris on top of the sand.
Oh
That
yeah.
plant matter, that's indicative of a flood line. So water is
that
getting up
high.
to that level.
But it comes through these rocks have come through this.
No, we're
They're
walking
heading up.
upstream. Yeah,
They're
you got
Okay.
that right.
Okay.
Yep. And something that's happened in the couple years since I've been guiding out here, this used to be on its other side, this big old rock.
Oh no.
But this rock is a big piece of fossilized coral.
Uh-huh.
Oh wow. Yeah, yeah. That's crazy.
It sure is.
Now, any
Look at
cool
that.
rocks you see, you don't get to take with you today, so
Right.
sorry about that. But I'll show you some good ones that'll photograph well.
Okay.
That's crazy right there.
Isn't that neat?
Well, because that obviously.
Oh, is the body? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that is the craziest thing.
So that's like crinoids. They look a lot like a plant, but they're an animal.
Uh-huh.
And that's gonna be like one of its arms chopped.
Yeah.
That's the cross section of one of its arms there.
From a few years ago.
Yeah, a couple of years ago.
Yeah, just a couple.
Just a couple.
We'll say 6,000.
Oh,
And that's probably
But,
conservative.
that's way conservative. More so like 200 plus thousand
Yeah.
million
Yeah.
years. Hundreds
so
of millions of years.
awesome. I
So
have to
it's like, and I know a lot more about our Kaibab limestone, which has a lot of similar fossils. The caramel cap is actually a bit interesting because it pops up randomly.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't always exist in a uniform fashion. Laid out the sand, and this was the direction that the wind laid it out. There's something else at play called dunal shifting, which adds just another level of complexity. It's not necessary to have to visualize that, but how our sediment got laid out, how it shifted, and then the weather patterns is
Yeah.
what gives us our colors, our line patterns, all of it.
So I guess I didn't realize that it settled here. I thought it
Yeah.
was here and it got eroded away, like,
Right.
do you know what I mean?
I do. You are right. It's just you're looking at a very different period of time. You're looking at time after the sediment arrived here. From up here, but it looks like there's potentially been more recently.
Oh, that's what this is?
Yeah, because up here there's like one band that's really, it's lacking a lot of the iron that say.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's much softer rock.
And it's just hit the wall here.
Yep.
Wow.
In the summertime, you get lots of light casting through here. This white sand is perfect for throwing up and creating kind of that like light paint, or you know, it looks like there's water flowing into the light.
Yeah.
Some of these canyon pictures. You go ahead and make this a super pretty spot.
Oh my goodness.
And how about this on the way back? I'll take some pictures of you too.
Oh, that's perfect. Ultra marathon, what does that mean?
Just more than 26.2 miles.
Yeah.
This one was 170.
How long did it take you?
So it's a stage race. You do see some swirling and twirling going on. That's going to be what we call soft sediment deformation. Basically, we've got our uniform rock, that up there is deformed. And what causes that is movement. So at one point, this was all sediment saturated with water, and immense amounts of pressure allowed it to turn into rock. So there would have either been, there's a couple things that can cause that. Sometimes it's tectonic movement, it's liquefaction, like what happens in buildings and earthquakes when the windows become wiggly jiggly. Same thing can happen to rocks. It could also have been a spring, water causing deformity in that spot. But regardless, it's solidified in that deformed state, which is way cool.
So what you're saying is basically that was soft. It was sort of like mud.
Yeah.
And then it hardened.
Yeah, or wet sand, more specifically.
And it hardened because the water went away.
It hardened because there was so much sediment on top of it that it was under immense amounts of pressure. And catch this, so it's not happening down low, right? It's just in one spot. So what happens is you can see it right here. This bottom part became rock. And then we've got this next band, which became rock. And these different bands. Okay, I'll let you take the lead when you're ready.
Okay.
Always looking up.
Yeehaw! Hey, you have the wall right there.
Oh, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you after I stop filming here for a second.
Oh, wow. And we never had anything like this, but when we would get near, you'd want to go in and be nervous to go in a place you don't know if you're going to get out
It's
of.
exciting. You're like, ooh.
Yeah, exactly.
Risk it for the biscuit, but you can always turn around. You know, as long as you're evaluating what your exit strategy
Our deepest dive was 130 feet. Oh wow.
130 feet.
130 feet.
Yeah.
We were on a wreck in the Keys. Oh wow. Oh my goodness. It's just hard to pick a most beautiful spot.
Yeah. Where do your kids live?
Actually, we're so lucky because we have 2 grandchildren. So the daughter, we have twin girls.
Oh, awesome.
And so the daughter with the kids,
Did your time?
I know, we did.
Yeah.
She lives about 12 miles away, Terry.
Yes.
And then our other daughter lives right directly behind us.
Wow.
It's the best thing ever.
Hard to help people visualize just what's at play.
Yeah.
These guys are like little fun roller coaster bumps. It's a byproduct of people going quick in their ATVs.
Yeah.
You get the really short, big bumps. So this is our wash.
Wow.
Yeah, and you can see the wall on this right-hand side.
Pushed it up.
If you look at that tree is swept away or swept down by water. of this one without leaves. Big forces at play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't driven this road in a couple months at this point. I primarily do our like full day hiking tours. So I'm kind of excited too, because I can see things have changed. In the canyon, on a short scale, every single flood changes the ground level. Sometimes it's higher, sometimes it's lower. Each flood will either deposit debris or remove it.
Yeah.
So even just in one season, you can have pretty significant changes. Oh yeah, this is what gin's made out of, not just
Is it the berries?
Yes, it's the berries.
And the foliage doesn't seem to smell. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, you crunched it up.
It smells like gin
Yeah.
without the alcohol scent. It's really pleasant.
Oh my goodness.
That actually looks like the big deal at Zion, the
Yeah, the
checkerboard
checkerboard.
mesa.
So we're in that same cliff layer. It's just not part of a national park.
Yeah.
So this is all BLM land. We're not in a national monument or anything. But geologically speaking, this is part of the Grand
It doesn't know
Staircase.
it's not.
No, yeah. Our geography doesn't align with geology all the time.
Yeah.
So this is the White Wave here.
Wow.
And
Wow. Oh, look over here, Terry.
Oh, the camera's looking.
you'll take your vacation at home later.
Wow.
And she'll edit it.
Yep.
Look at that.
Now, if y'all are open to it, Linda, you're welcome to join, but you might not like this spicy staircase.
Yeah.
Terry, I think I'm going to take you up regardless of what you think.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do
He'll
that.
go.
Come on this way.
And should I stay here or go
Yeah,
up this
just
way?
hang out. Well, you'll see us.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not going out of sight of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Don't
Terry,
do
you want
anything
my stick?
silly.
No, I don't. I'll use this for a stick. If I need a stick. This doubles as a stick.
Yeah, it does.
Besides, I'll fall to my left. That way I don't have as far to go.
Right. Or just sit on your butt to begin with sometimes. See what I mean by spicy staircase?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So we get really cool contrast here because at Peekaboo Slot Canyon that was mostly erosion. It's wind erosion. Wind erosion's looking for those weaknesses, whereas water is going to scour much more evenly. So what I recommend is I'll invite you to kind of walk to where those bushes are right up against the rock and just check it out from
Just
that
take a look.
perspective. I'm going to stay in between the two.
Oh, okay.
It turned out so pretty. Well, for this moment.
It's really pretty. Well, to watch the light change is
Yeah.
pretty special. It's nice to be kind of warm for a moment.
Yeah, it feels good.
I like it. So
Okay,
this area,
is this BLM
Yeah.
land? So
It
is that who puts this out, or is
Exactly.
it? Okay.
Bureau of Land Management. That image that's on there is not from here.
Uh-huh.
That
Yeah.
pictograph.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of artifacts in this area, though. That's why they have to put that sign up.
Yeah.
A lot of what we call lithic scatters, so scraps from tool making, a lot of potsherds,
Wow.
broken pottery, that sort of stuff.
Look at this little thing here. It is pure white.
I know, I don't know what that plant is. I've got a friend who could tell me, but
It
I'm
just
not
looks
that
like
person.
feathers, doesn't it?
It's gorgeous.
It's
I think
pure
it looks
white.
different in the being wet right now
Yeah,
than it normally does.
Uh-huh. That's super
Gorgeous.
cool.
It
Super
looks
cool.
like the weather's coming in now.
You see it coming in? Yeah. Well, I always tell people, look at the weather report and they're like, well, it's not going to rain till 3. And I'm like, well, if you look,
Yeah. I mean,
there's
Florida
a lot
weather
of
is.
sky in sight that, Angel's Landing.
Uh-huh.
We're higher than Angel's Landing right
Uh-huh.
now.
And so where's Bryce?
Bryce is going to be
Really?
back that way.
And
You drive this way and this way to get there,
Uh-huh.
if that helps make sense. So where these Vermilion Cliffs drop off, that's where Highway 89 is.
uh-huh.
And actually in that little V-cut valley, that's going to be where Kanab is.
Oh, over there?
Yeah.
Kanab. That's where
That
we.
far away?
Yeah, we kind of drove in circles to get right here today.
But I didn't even feel like it took us any time to get here.
It's not that far. I mean, it's relative, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, we're probably to that drop off of the cliffs is maybe 10 miles.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can
Phenomenal.
see a long ways, but not everything is far.